David MacKinnon.
そしてヘイトボール振り抜いてきました。
一度フェイトボールもう見送った。Payne with a pinch hit game tying homer.
Welcome back to Pacific Swings. I am Jasper Spanjard, and for once we're talking to someone who's actually going to Japan instead of coming back or mid-season or all that stuff.
And I'm Dave MacKinnon, suddenly feeling replaced, old, retired, a loser.
Yeah, well, don't worry, Dave. You may be old and retired. Irreplaceable, though, on Pacific Swings. But our guest today has had a pretty wild year. He started off with the Kansas City Royals AAA team, got traded to the Pittsburgh Pirates in July, made his major league debut in August, then was released by the Pirates on November 16, and on the same day, he signs with the Hanshin Tigers of the MPB.
Welcome to the life of a professional baseball player, Cam Devanney. Welcome to Pacific Swings.
It's good to be here, guys.
First things first, though, Cam. You're with Team USA in Japan in 2024 for the Premier 12, right?
That's correct, yep.
You won the bronze medal, so that's pretty cool. But did that sort of preview of being in Japan and playing in Japan and seeing Japanese baseball up close made you sort of think, well, this is a pretty cool place to play?
Yeah, so, I mean, honestly, going in, that was my thought because, for years I was, hoping to get an opportunity to go over there. And getting a chance to actually go and experience it just for a week was key. Because I obviously don't really know what to expect. Other side of the world, and you hear things, but until you actually go and do it, you don't really know what to expect. So that was awesome. I came out of that experience loving Tokyo. The culture, how clean everything is, it's really profound. So that experience only, I guess, heightened my desire to get over there.
Yeah, I mean that. So when you go there for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and you're just like, this place is unbelievable. It's clean, respectful. People actually respect older people and just treat everybody with more respect than here, in my opinion. Obviously, living there, different animal. You're having to get around on your own. You're not driving on your own. So you kind of become unbelievable at public transport, which was weird because in the States, you just aren't on public transport ever, really. So it took a little while to get used to, but just overall is one of the most fun places to play baseball ever. And just the fan culture is electric.
Yeah, and that's the big thing that sticks out to me is like I've seen some videos of some of their games from last year, and it's just crazy how involved the fans are and how much they care and are passionate about the team. So that part is super cool.
And Hanshin's like a little bit. They got some crazy fans.
That's what I've heard.
They're the closest to American style fan. Now, still more respectful, but they're the closest to American style fans where they'll give some of their guys a little bit of a harder time if they're not playing well. Obviously, you don't speak the language, so that's not a problem.
Yeah, that might be a positive.
It might be good. It might be good.
I mean, that's where the cultural differences actually help, right?
Yeah.
But walk us through that. I just alluded to the dates, or November 16, at least. That's what it shows on your Wikipedia page. We do a lot of thorough research on this podcast. So, you get released, but I presume you asked for a release because you want to sign in Japan. Had that been on your radar for a little bit? Where you just alluded to the fact that you saw it as an option before, like you wanted to get over there. Was this just the off season, or everything came into place and you were able to make that call, or how did it sort of go about?
Yeah, so they showed interest in kind of the middle of last year, and this was when I was still with AAA with the Royals, and I was playing really well. So being that I was on my rookie deal, the Royals pretty swiftly said, no, sorry, like we're not going to let him go, which was a bummer, but like that's just how the business works. So so that kind of went away. Didn't really think about it beyond that. And then I guess a month into the offseason, I get a call from my agent. Hey, these guys are still really interested. Should I go ahead and tell them that you are still interested, or what's the deal? And I of course was like, yeah, absolutely, sign me up. And the only hurdle is that you're still tied to the team. Like I was still on the 40-man roster with the Pirates. So they put in, I guess, what they call a status check, just like checking with the team. Hey, is this guy available, or would you make him available? And luckily it went pretty smoothly. I mean, they were pretty open to it. They just had to negotiate a buyout for a couple days, and then once that was said, it was pretty much good to go. So it was honestly a very quick and clean process. But yeah, that was, I mean, it was certainly something that like I said, it has been on my radar for years. I think just with my career trajectory, that's kind of like one of the better paths I could take is trying to get overseas, at least briefly. So, when I got an opportunity, I jumped on it.
Yeah. I mean, Cam, when were you drafted?
So I was drafted in 19 and I was a senior sign.
Yeah.
And then 20 was COVID. So I was already super old.
Yeah. So he was a senior sign. I was a senior sign. Pretty much as a senior sign, you're not signing for a ton of money or really any money sometimes.
Yeah.
And as you're just like, well, I mean, the goal is obviously like you get to the big leagues, you rake, you like do the Max Muncy thing where like once you got the actual chance, he just stuck there, or Big Poppy who like didn't really get a chance. He got a chance with the Sox and stuck there. So that's the dream. Just doesn't happen most of the time. So like in the back of our senior sign heads, Asia, Japan, Korea is always a good option. It's guaranteed 6-7 figure deals where you can go overseas. It's guaranteed money. You 100% are going to get this. You could, if you play really well, get more money and incentives. So is it your ideal situation? Like the dream's to stick in the big leagues at least mine is. Probably Cam's as well, was to stick in the big leagues forever, be a perennial all-star, But if it doesn't happen, Japan and Korea aren't too bad of options, So it's always in the back of your head as like a lower drafted guy, in my opinion. If it's not in the back of people's heads, they don't really know ball, I don't think.
And I think it's one of those things, like for me, I wasn't really super educated on it until I got to probably AAA.
Yeah, AAA. You're not,
because you start learning how things work.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think the biggest thing for me too is like the most fun you're going to have playing is when you get an opportunity to be an impact player that's in the lineup every day. And honestly, like that's kind of regardless of whether you're in AAA or the big. Obviously, you'd like to be in the big leagues and you'd like to be an impact player there.
Yeah.
But like I probably had more fun in AAA, at times with Omaha than I did playing for the Pirates for a month, because you're the lowest man on the totem pole and you're stepping on eggshells. You're making sure you're not, getting in anyone's way.
Yeah.
So it's obviously, you would like to think that as you get more time, you start to get more comfortable and you can become that impact guy. But like you said, like as a senior sign, an older guy, more often than not, I don't think you really get that full opportunity.
No, you're not.
And I think, going overseas, I'm going to have an opportunity to be that impact player.
Yeah. And like the full opportunity, we're not. I know people are like, you play professional baseball. Like the full opportunity we're talking about is like an extended. You're in the lineup every day or for most days for months at a time. And if you don't do well, you get sent down and you get called back up and you figure your swing out. Like we get the old, hey, here's 4 at bats, and if you go 0 for 4 or 1 for 4,
you got 13.
Like,
don't forget, the Athletics gave you 13 at bats.
13, yeah, over like 2 weeks span.
Go figure
pretty
it
much
out.
pinch hit once a day, and it didn't go well. I might have the least amount of hits in 13 at bats in the A's history, But what can you do? So Hanshin specifically, did you know anything about them? Like, there's just another MPB team because they're a pretty historic franchise. They've been really good the last couple of years.
Yeah. So going into it, no, I was not super educated. But since they reached out for the first time, and then certainly since signing, I've done far more research. And yeah, it was described to me as kind of their version of the Cubs, where they have a really strong and like, I guess, countrywide following, where like
they do.
We'll play away games and there's still going to be a ton of
there's more
fans.
Hanshin people at our stadium than there was. It was all yellow when we played them.
which
We
is, I
had
mean, that's pretty cool. And that goes back to, the opportunity to be an impact player, is so much greater when that is their version of the big leagues. So like they have a real fan base. Like the bummer of being good in AAA is you're playing in front of 3,000 people. So it's
Yeah.
like there's a limit to how exciting it can get. So this, I mean, I'm super excited to do it in front of 45,000.
Oh yeah, and I mean I don't know if you've Googled that stadium, but there's no grass on the infield, so
I have
hang
seen
with
that.
them,
It's pretty
dude.
funny.
I mean, there's a lot, dude. There's a lot of ground balls get through the infield. Like it's not a good place to hit. It's not particularly. I mean, we'll get into that section later, I guess, because I'm supposed to give you a scouting report of Japan later. But it's not the greatest place to hit. But your side of the league is better to hit on than the other side of the league, so that's good.
Cool.
Hey, but talking about the NPB in general, I know we created this podcast partly to give that a little bit more traction because we feel like there's plays in Japan that international fans will never see because it stays in Japan. It seems like the NPB, sort of designated and designed to stay in Japan, but I feel like that's changing, and obviously with guys like Sasaki, Yamamoto coming over, it's opening quite a few eyes. But what did you sort of know about the NPB prior to signing there?
My understanding really is that it's just, I think it's widely considered the premier league that isn't the major leagues.
Yeah.
I think it's, from what I understand, certainly a step above AAA, and I've heard the baseball's excellent. And beyond that, though, I mean, like you said, it's not super accessible in the mainstream.
No.
I don't even know how I would go about watching a game if I wanted to be honest.
I'll send you some
but-
links.
yeah. If you could,
So
if you
he's a
could,
freaking NPB nerd. He knows everybody.
perfect.
But yeah. So when I signed with Seibu, it was kind of the same way. I'd heard of the league. But I didn't really know much about them. Seibu is also like one of they used to be very good. They're not a big spender anymore. Kind of outside Tokyo, not one of the, I would say, premier teams. Fame wise, it's SoftBank Hawks, which is on the other side of the league that you're gonna be playing on. And then it's on your side of the league, it's Tokyo Giants and then Hanshin. Those are kind of the three big teams with the countrywide following. But for me, I just went on that 2 a.m. Google search, just like looking up dimensions of stadiums, like looking up different pitchers. Like I'm like, dang, is like these stadiums big or are they small? Like, do I got a chance to hit any homers here? And I didn't find very much out, obviously, but like there's some Twitter accounts, there's some websites where you can like look stuff up. But I remember how fast it happened. They're like, hey, like this is the contract, yes or no. And then I was just like pure panic. Like I'm talking to my wife. I'm like trying to figure out and like we're gonna say yes, but it's still a huge life change that you just aren't. It's just a lot,
For sure, for sure. I mean, yeah, it's not a decision to be taken lightly, but it does happen quick. Like if
it happens quick, yeah.
If you're not willing to sign, I mean, they're gonna go find someone else. So
yeah. And
luckily
it happened like real quick.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened quick for you, but it was like 2 days.
Yeah, and I like even last year, I mean, if for whatever reason the Royals had been willing to let me go, I probably would have been, on a flight like 4 days later. And
yeah.
So, but certainly it's a little nicer to do it in the off season where I'm still building up. Like
it's way nicer, dude. Because like for you too, just like learning like how the ball moves a little bit, like it just moves different. Like everything rides a little bit more because the ball spins more. And then nothing moves as much side to side, but it goes up and down more. So like I would be under 92. I'm like, what the heck? And it took me a month of spring training to figure out like the ball just carries a tick more.
Yeah.
So that's spring training, because their spring training takes forever, but it definitely helps.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I noticed too is it's a long spring training. But I'm with you in that I think it's going to take some time to just figure out the little things that are a little bit different, and even understanding the strike zone and all that stuff.
It's a little beggar, dude.
That's what I've heard.
Hey, but Cam, let's sort of back it up for a little bit. For Hanshin fans who may be doing their own bit of Googling on you right now. So Central Catholic High School in Massachusetts. So two, what do you call people from Massachusetts again,
Oh,
Dave?
they're fellow massholes. I'm
Fellow
also a
masshole.
masshole.
Yeah.
It comes from our driving. We're
So
not the greatest of drivers.
I have not lost that. I still have that about me.
So Elon University, 15th round pick in 2019, as we just alluded to, signing as a senior. I think I'm safe in presuming that's a bit of a grinder path into professional baseball. Do you sort of always see yourself as that, or how do you sort of look at yourself in your own baseball career up to this point?
Certainly, I mean, I don't think nothing about me jumps off the page in terms of athleticism or just like sheer ability, but I feel like I am able to stick around with my brain and like the way I process things, and then I think the biggest thing you can have is an ability to adapt. Like, you know, at some point you're gonna struggle and you're gonna run into problems, and I personally believe that the difference between the guys that stick around and the guys that, ultimately can't hack it is just how quickly can you adjust to the new environment or the changing like challenges. Um, and I have struggled at every step of my career. I mean, I was really bad in high school at one point. I was really bad in college at one point, and then you can go look up my 21 stats. They're not very good in Biloxi. So like I've struggled a lot, which I think kind of plays to my strength in the sense that I've worked through all those. So even if I go and, struggle again at some point, I know like, hey, I've been through this before. I know how to stick it out and not lose this so that I can kind of get over that hump. So I'd say that's the biggest thing about my game is just I guess ability to overcome adversity. As I mean, that's a
Yeah.
little cliche, but like,
But you
um,
adapt, adjust, get better. And like the quickest adapters are the guys that survive here longest, the guys
for
that can
sure.
make the adjustments quickest. So, I mean, obviously that's kind of how you survive overseas too. But you've played every infield position. I mean, I don't know if you can tell us, but where are they looking for you to play? Where's the hole potentially?
Sure.
Do they think that you're going to be playing multiple positions? And what's your favorite?
My understanding that I've been told is that it'll be mainly shortstop. I think I will move around the infield a little bit, and obviously I think a lot of this
Yeah.
is subject to change
Yeah, they have the
based
mind of
on
their own,
injuries and
obviously.
all that.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, so I'd say I feel the most comfortable at short. I've spent the most time at short. But I don't have like I think some guys kind of have like this identity crisis if they like aren't playing the position they want. I'm not like I just want to
Yeah.
be on the field. So whatever gets me in the lineup.
Yeah.
That's kind of how
Which
I've
is
looked at things.
That's a great way to be. Like for me, dude, I was so uncomfortable if I wasn't at first because I'd never played anywhere else. Like you could put me in the outfield, but they put me at third in the big leagues, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out right now. But that's what
And
happens when you don't
that's not where
play.
you want it to
you
happen for the
know?
first time.
Yeah, exactly. For sure. It's like I've never been here before, and now I'm at third, and I'm like looking around. I don't know how to throw this ball to first base. Like I got
Yeah.
no idea.
And
But
that's I
yeah,
mean, even corner outfield's been floated out, and I'm
mhm.
like, look, if that's what you need, then you got me. I just want to be in the lineup. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, playing shortstop for the Hanshin Tigers,
That'd be sick.
that'd be
Honestly,
pretty
dude,
sick.
that's just you're a different type of player there. Usually it's like a corner outfield guy, corner
Yeah.
infield guy that just like thumps. So it's definitely a little different that they're bringing in a dude that, well, you do thump, but like
Yeah.
a dude that has some speed, a dude that can steal bases, a dude that can play 6 positions,
yeah, and I'm not I understand that, and that's again why like when an opportunity comes, I was like, yeah, I got to jump on
Yeah,
it
you just
because
go.
they're typically looking for a certain type of player, and I think I do, but I also don't fit that to some degree, like you just said. So, it wasn't like I was sitting around thinking, should I do it? Like I was ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, you just mentioned the word thump. So, I mean, I had a little look at your minor league numbers, and they're pretty interesting because, I mean, 19 homers in 2024. I think you had about 20 split across AAA teams in just 103 games in 2025. That's some real power, man. I don't want to sort of sit here and have fans listen to us and go like, oh well, he doesn't hit homers. Well, that's Dave's bit. Like Dave doesn't hit enough homers.
No, I don't hit homers.
I think Cam hits enough homers.
No, yeah, it's just a different. I'm talking more like positionally, it's different. They're not usually going after middle infielders.
Imagine a shortstop that hits homers. I don't think Japan has seen shortstops that hit homers. There are not very many.
They're not usually
That's
looking
true.
for
That's
shortstops too, because they have a lot of shortstops, you know. So it's like it's different to be looking for that. But their shortstops don't hit homers, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
And sort of we make a big point of bringing up Dave as a vibes guy. Dave is all about the vibes in the clubhouse. But what sort of clubhouse guy are you, Cam?
I mean, I'd say I'm certainly a lead by example guy. I'm also not. I think the more comfortable I am with the group, the more outspoken I am. So I've had times where I'm one of the loudest guys, and I've had times where I'm, the guy sitting in the corner. But I much prefer to be the guy that's outspoken, keeping things loose. And I just think being that person is earned, not just. I don't think you can just come in day one and be that guy. Like, you kind of have to earn the respect of your teammates, and also they need to understand where you're coming from with, just your overall vibe and what you're bringing. So I'd be willing to bet, like, from day one to the end of the season, I'm going to be a much different person in the clubhouse. I can say that with certainty.
Yeah, dude, it's definitely different to get into that clubhouse because you can't understand a word, anything that's being said. So it took me a little bit of time to kind of like grow into. I'm kind of more on the. I talk to everyone, a little goofier, and it definitely took a little while to get to that point, you know. But yeah, dude, they like to have fun, you know. So have you looked over at that roster yet? I don't know. Have you looked at the Hanshin roster?
I tried
or do you
looking.
know any players?
I'm not familiar with really any, but I tried looking and I saw like 60 names, so I got confused.
Yeah, no, there's 70 names. So they have a 70-man roster there. And then they have a couple regular players or like minor league contract players, but there's 70 active roster. Which they can bring any of that 70 up to the big leagues at any time. And if you get sent down, you're down for at least 10 days and can go back up. Now there's no payment. There's no like payment changes or anything. So if you get sent down, they're still making, I believe, unless they're on minimum, they're making the same amount. So like some of the dudes that slump that are superstars, they like go down for 10 days, get at bats, and they're like, peace, see you in 10 days. They're like totally fine. But yeah, dude, you guys got some good pitchers, but it's fortunate you don't got to face the good pitchers. And then Sato is one of the best hitters in the league. I think he is the best hitter in the league. That will probably get posted next year or the year after. So you got some really good players on that team that'll be fun to watch. And Chikamoto's back there, isn't he?
I think he is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they signed back. I think he signed back.
I think he did. I think I read something like that.
Yeah.
Because he's a bit.
Yeah, you got two of the best position players in the league.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I'm looking to win, man. So
yeah.
No,
I don't know how to say his name.
Teruaki Sato.
Yeah, Sato. He's the third baseman for them, and Chikamoto.
He just hits nukes. He's just all
bombs,
he does.
Dude. He's one of the hard, like, unreal swing, absolute bombs. And then Chikamoto hits 10 or 12 homers and hits like 300.
Yeah, because so to give you a bit more background on Sato, I think he's 26 and he hit 40 home runs last year, 102 RBIs in a league that
in a not hitter friendly park.
Yeah, that's a great season.
So there's the scouting report. The guy hits bombs. Yeah. So Cam, have you already started that Duolingo live? Are you taking Japanese lessons? Are you learning basic phrases?
Yeah. It's funny you say that. I think I'm up to 42 straight days on Duolingo. So
Respect.
I've got
That's good.
I
tried so hard to do that, and I was like, this is so frustrating.
Yeah, I don't know. Now, granted, I'm super early on it, but like I've found things make sense in my brain, like as it's taught on Duolingo, however you want to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Like playing, 7-ish years in pro ball, I never cared at all about learning Spanish. Like it just never really stuck with me. So I never really put any effort into that. I mean, I felt like this has come pretty easy to me, and I don't. Maybe it's just the structure of it all, but I think obviously I'm not going to be able to like fluent anytime soon. But I've found trying to speak and learn the language to be pretty like engaging so far.
I mean, I find it to be on I've gone over to Japan twice, and I can say 3 basic phrases, and I'm pretty good with languages normally, but it's Japanese for some reason.
Japanese is tough, dude.
It looks like a bunch of symbols, and
Yeah, well,
they
the
look
problem
nice.
is
They're
you can't
nice
write it.
symbol. Yeah.
Yeah, like I can't read the symbols. It's like Spanish. You can read it. It's in
Yeah.
Right,
regular
right.
letters.
Yeah.
It was
I've
definitely
got
tough.
the flashcards going, so I've been trying to get
You're
the
grinding,
characters
dude.
down.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice to you.
Yeah. I mean, like we're talking 5-10 minutes a day, but I'm trying to get my baseline in. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll help.
I
It'll
can go
help.
from there.
And then you'll have a translator who will help you with all the rest. But
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be an adjustment for sure. And I think culturally,
Definitely.
but sort of culturally, talking about Japan, were you familiar with any of their sort of customs, or because I know the first time I set foot in Japan in 23, I was so amazed by a variety of different things. And Dave just talks about sort of the respect they have for the elderly and just how clean the streets are. But, visiting Japan in 24 yourself, did you have that sort of first moment of, wow, this is what, because it feels like, okay, this is what society can also be like, but it just feels so foreign.
Yeah, so the two biggest things that I took away from going there in 24 were, one, how clean it was, like you said. Just the like the subway and the streets. I mean, it was just spotless, which I'm used to New York City, which is maybe the opposite. Um, and then I couldn't believe. So like we were in Tokyo, we're right downtown, and at like a four-way intersection, nobody jaywalks. Like everybody waits for the light, and the moment it turns green, everybody starts going. And I couldn't believe how like obedient everybody was. That's so foreign to me. And then also the fact that my understanding is it's considered rude to talk while you're like commuting.
Yep.
So all you hear are footsteps. There's hundreds and hundreds of people on the street, and all you hear are footsteps, and that's it. And like even me talking to one of my teammates in like a lowered voice, I was like, man, like this is just kind of freaky. But it's cool. I mean, I think it's like it goes back to their respecting each other and the people around them, and like going on the subway and you're packed in super tight and nobody's speaking, nobody's like being obnoxious or loud, or it's just completely opposite of what I'm used to here. But it was all for the better, I would say.
I mean,
Yeah, it is. Dude, it is crazy how quiet it is on the trains with that many people, especially during like a rush hour time. It's unbelievable. It's just dead quiet. Everyone's on their phone. Like no one's talking at all. But here we go. We're going to save you some pain, or I'm going to save you some pain. NPB Survival Guide. Are you ready?
Here we go.
All right. So, number 1, and Hanshin, dude, you got to be ready. In and out every single day before the game. Did you know that?
I had heard about it. I hadn't heard for sure.
Hanshin does it every single day before the game. I don't know if they have a new manager or what the manager, but the guy that I was there, like I talked to Sheldon Noisy, and he was like, dude, we do this every day. And he's like, my arm is like dying. It's like May or June. He's just like, every day we're throwing home. And it's like, I'm not talking like during BP. I'm talking right before the game. Like we're talking 6:30 game. You're out there at like 5:50 doing in and out at 6 or 5. Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Wow.
So yeah, get used to that. And it's team stretch in front of the dugout before that game.
Excellent.
Yep. So just get ready for that. Just like right off the bat, you got to know that.
Yeah, we're just gonna help you. Like that first month, we're gonna take, as soon as you start hitting, we're gonna take all the credit. We're just
all of it. Yeah, you're gonna be like, yeah, dude, I'm just ready for this.
We told him.
What briefly we were talking about fastballs. It's mostly, dude. Most pitchers are throwing fastball, splitter, and curveball. Very few throw any slider. Like, not many guys can make a slider move there because the ball just doesn't move side to side. So a lot of dudes will throw like a cutter and then a 2-seamer with the 4-seamer. So like they're just manipulating heaters, and then a lot of like 12-6ers. And they manipulate the speed of the 12-6 curveball, and then a lot of guys, I mean, they all throw splitters, pretty much everyone. Some just look like changeups, and then the nasty ones are those like tumble splitters, and it's just sometimes it goes, just can't really tell where it's going to go. Definitely the hardest pitch to hit, but if you can like check off it early, like the only ones I hit really were the changeup-y ones, It's hard to hit the tumblers.
Yeah.
You know that, though. I mean, you've seen them. But, like, their ball makes those splitters move better. If that makes any sense. The ball
it does.
It just moves. It's slightly raised seams, a little bit tackier so they can create more spin, and the ball just they're dead right now. So hopefully they liven them up a little bit because people
I hope so. I hope they inject them with a bit of life before you.
They said they changed them.
They
said they changed them halfway through the year last year, and the numbers jumped a little bit.
I mean, for Sato
not crazy,
but for Sato to hit 40,
Sato.
yeah, like
well,
maybe
they said they did
Sato,
change them after the like All-Star break, and it seemed to jump a little bit, but they're not like big league balls. You have to hit them pretty good. Yeah. So your side of the league too, Tokyo Dome, Bay Stars, Yakult Swallows, small parks, real small parks, and you'll play 30 games there. So, I mean, you got a lot of opportunity. I think Bay Stars is 385 to center just with the high fence.
Wow,
so it's pretty crazy. Yeah,
that's wild.
310 down the lines, 385 to center. Wind like blows to right center. So it's a good place to hit. But yeah, that's my baseball stuff. And then you got to watch. What's that movie?
Mr. Baseball.
Mr. Baseball. Watch Mr. Baseball.
Okay.
It's a 1992 classic. It's featuring Tom Selleck, and it's fantastic. He's a former top player. Yeah. He has to play in Japan for a year, and he hates it to begin with, but then he loves it.
Yeah.
Which I think is a very common thing in Japanese baseball. But it's a fantastic film. And Dave, can we tell him about the ties, or do we want to sort of keep that?
Oh yeah, dude. If the game's tied after 12 innings, the game just ends. No one wins.
See, I love that. I think
but you also play straight up. You also play straight up. I'd rather just like throw a guy on second base and let's end it.
I'm with that too, but regular season 12 innings, like, call it, man.
Yeah,
you don't need to. We don't need to prove anything to anyone. Just just end the game.
It's just weird, dude. It's just weird. I'm still out on ties. Like we were trying to figure out, like, all right, let's just do a home run derby at the end. Like, let's just do like, hey, you have 3 swings, they have 3 swings, and whoever hits more homers in those 3 swings wins. But
I'd be cool with that.
I hate leaving just actually with nobody getting an extra point or whatever.
I'm with you there. I don't think the answer is to just keep playing until
it's not. That's not the
20th
answer.
inning.
So we'll do a little bit of a lightning round. So Cam, first Japanese phrase that you've learned.
I mean, konnichiwa's got to be right there.
Yep.
I
probably won't ever use it.
Yeah, right. I mean, I like the Duolingo stuff's super basic, but like, Mizu to ramen kudasai, water and ramen, please. Like that's something.
Tremendous. That's tremendous.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Pretty good.
That was good. Yeah, it was pretty good. Seriously.
It'll likely though be sumimasen, because you'll say sorry, excuse me.
Excuse me. Yeah, I said that all the time. Sumimasen, sumimasen, sumimasen. Whenever you like pass somebody who's older than you, you're like sumimasen, sumimasen. I don't know if you've learned like Ohio gozaimasu, like good morning in a respectful way, but like we learned that originally, and then all of a sudden the dudes are hopping on the bus and they're just going os, and I was like, what are they saying? And that's just Ohio gozaimasu, but short. That's like sup, dude. Like, so they don't even say like their normal stuff. They got slang that like You got to know. You got to know the
Right.
slang.
And that's, I feel like you have to live it
Yeah.
to learn that. You're not going to learn
Which
that
if
on
you show up
Duolingo.
and you just start saying "os" to your teammates, it'd be electric. So
That will
Yeah.
probably, that'll help you integrate a little
Be
bit.
like,
Yeah.
this guy gets it.
Hey,
But-
which part of living in Japan are you most looking forward to?
I got to say the food because I love sushi and I love, like, I had a little bit of the Wagyu when I was over there, and it was just tremendous. So
Yeah.
the food for sure.
Yakiniku, dude. You got to go to get the yakiniku.
Okay.
That's the Wagyu, but like you order it and they bring out the raw meat, you grill it yourself, and oh, dude, it's unbelievable. How many times will you swing at a 56 mile an hour ethos? And then it'll be followed by probably a 96 mile an hour heater.
Yeah, that's
You're gonna check
That's gonna-
off the 56 and not
I
swing
think
at
I'm
it?
checking off the EFIS. If you can get that first strike, I'll give it to you.
What's your walk-up song going to be?
That's actually a really good question. I haven't so the last couple years it's been Move Your Feet by Junior Senior. Which I think would actually be a pretty good vibe over there. But I don't know. I don't know for sure yet.
Cam, beyond everything that we've asked, what would you like Hanshin fans to sort of know about you? Anything sort of personally that you wanna share?
I mean, I'm a pretty laid back person. I'm not like a rah-rah guy. I'm usually just the lead by example guy, but I really want to win. I'm excited to join a team that I know has had some success recently, and I want to continue that. So that'd be the biggest thing. But yeah, I'm just really excited to join just a storied team like this, and it'll be a nice change of scenery, and I'm excited to get going. And I'm busting my ass over here trying to get ready for it because I know it's going to be a test for sure.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be tough. I would say one of my biggest pieces of advice is go over there and like everyone goes over in there and like, oh, I'm going to kick. Like, yeah, we want to go over there and have the same, like, we're going to kick some butt, right? But like also definitely go over there with like, I'm going to absorb so much information about hitting because like, and just be okay with struggling and seeing pitches and like trying to figure out how they're pitching you early in spring training. Because I feel like if I went over there not like I'm just gonna hit a bunch of homers, like, and I went over there with more of a all right, I'm gonna stick to my like regular approach of like right center and like don't fall in love with they're paying me to hit homers here, they're paying foreigners to hit homers, like just like stick to what you do best. And the homers will come. But for
sure.
me, yeah, dude, it's definitely because there's a little bit more pressure. You're making more money. And that was the hardest thing for me to like kind of like, hey, it's just baseball, stick to your approach. And once I did that, I really had a lot more success than when I was trying to force things.
Sure. Yeah, I mean that makes complete sense. So hopefully I can heed that advice.
You'll be good, dude.
Look
Will
at
you
that.
jump in? Will you jump into the river if you guys win with the
Sure.
fans?
If we win, I'll do just about anything.
The fans apparently when Hanshin wins the regular season or the championship, they like have this river walk and they're all jumping into there. Like it goes buck wild in Osaka when you guys win. Like it is
Good.
crazy. So
Looking forward to it.
you guys should win again. So keep it going. We'll be watching.
Yeah, we'll be
Hell yeah,
watching.
man.
And it'll be slightly, it's a different episode than what we've done prior, but it's really good because, as we just alluded to, you're going to Japan, not coming from it. So we should definitely check in mid-season to sort of see how it's going. We can do a sort of our Cam in Japan segment. So sign me up for
see
that.
what you did there.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, you let me know. I'll be ready to rock.
Awesome. Thanks, Cam, for joining us. Thanks, everyone, for listening to this episode of Pacific Swings. Make sure you follow Cam's journey in the MPB this year. Follow us on all the social platforms because we'll be tweeting about it. And subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
Subscribe button. Have we
It's
put a
always-
subscribe button in yet?
Yeah, I mean, since episode 1. I don't.
Still haven't had one, huh?
Yeah, we're still looking for the first one. Yeah, sure. So see you next time on Pacific Swings, and thanks everyone for listening.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Thanks for coming on.